No, I didn't, but I looked at it.
Right, folks, I will go ahead and call our study session to order. It is 6:30 p.m. If we can start with the pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To be fair, may go to the payroll call first, please.
Councilmember Williams.
Present.
Reed.
Here.
Stewart.
Here.
Ross.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
French.
Here.
And Mayor Snyder.
Here. We're here for our study session to discuss items that will require action during our regular council meeting. So first, we will be asked to approve resolution 2026-05 after our public hearing on the tax exemption for Q1 plastics. Our EDC CEO is with us this evening to give us some insight.
Yes, thank you for having me this evening. It's nice to see you all. Basically, I put together a fact sheet regarding the tax abatement. It's for Team One Plastics, of course. They want to increase the size of their existing production facility to accommodate future sales growth and to purchase a Seco building system to accommodate their growth in production, which I have no idea what that is. So I'm not sure what type of equipment that is, but they are busting at the seams. They need to expand. They're looking at building an 11,500 square foot facility adjacent to their existing building, about a 1.2 building. Now, they're also going to be investing in $1.4 million in new machinery and equipment. However, there's an EMPP on their equipment, and what that is a eligible manufacturing personal property exemption. So they can't get a tax abatement on their machinery equipment because it'd be double dipping. So, and they're getting a good benefit from their EMPP, so it works for the company. So we're just gonna do the tax abatement on the 1.2 million for their building expansion. They've got about 89 jobs. You're gonna retain those jobs. You're gonna create about 4 to 5 new jobs as a result of this. But basically, you know, I want to support our manufacturing companies. It shows that we're business friendly. It shows that we're ready to help our existing companies grow and thrive. And that's a big part of retention. It's about 80% of economic development is to help your existing companies grow and thrive in your community. So I know that I've been working very closely with the city clerk, Joe Domingo. I'm driving her crazy, but you've been a huge help, Joe, so thank you so much. But are there any questions about the tax abatement application? I know there hasn't been one in quite a while, so I'm really excited to bring you all my first project.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Director, for being here and presenting this to us. I've got a few questions for you.
Okay.
So it's my understanding that these kinds of tax abatements are put together to help to incentivize job creation, as you said, to help keep businesses local and keep them investing in the community, which is great.
Yes.
One of the questions that I have, would you please clarify, if you can, the 4 to 5 new jobs that are going to be created, hopefully through this expansion. Do you know if they're full-time or part-time?
It will be full-time.
Full-time job?
Absolutely.
Do you know if they're going to be entry-level jobs or experienced jobs?
I'm not sure on that. Dave Sanford from the company is going to be here this evening for the regular meeting, so that is a good question for Dave. He should be able to answer that, like what types of wages are they, entry-level skill, those types of things. So that's a great question.
Will he be able to field questions while he's here?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. And I noticed there were a couple of numbers last council meeting, you said that they were going to invest around 2.3 million. And of course, that's the 1.1.5 and the
Yes.
1.1.5.
Yes, I should have been more
Just specify.
specific, yes. Yeah,
Okay, those were some of my questions.
yeah, it's the building and the machinery equipment, even though they can only apply for the tax abatement just on the real property.
Okay, great. And if, the gentleman, would you let me know his name again, please?
Dave Sanford,
Dave Sanford.
yes, he's their plant manager. And I believe he's been with them for 20+ years. They have a lot of longevity there at Team One Plastics. And they've also been, they've been voted one of the top 10 places to work, like 10 years in a row. They make some neat plastic things for the auto industry, defense, things like that. So they're a very interesting company.
I understand good things about them,
Mhm.
and I've got some other questions, but I think Mr. Sanford will be better to.
Okay, yep, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you.
Mayor Burnett?
Give criteria map. So this would be a proposal in the packet instead of site plan. Or.
So they're doing the presentation. Criteria.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Similar to what we did at the
Sorry.
AEDC board meeting last Thursday.
Yep.
We have Dave Van Haren, because it's a different project, the amended brownfield plan. We're gonna be asking you all this evening to consider establishing a public hearing for an amended brownfield plan, and that's for Park Investments, which also known as Dr. Schuman's Development Group,
I just got it.
or also known as the Big Albion Plan. There's lots of different names that go with this project, so yes, Dave Van Haren will be doing a presentation this evening to kind of remind you of the brownfield plan that we passed or approved back in 2022. And now we have an amendment so they can apply for a grant with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. So 2 projects this evening.
Mr. You had a question?
Thank you, Mayor. I have a comment, actually. I want to say thanks, because I think this happened, my understanding, if I don't have it wrong, is that the gentleman had tried to do this before and it hadn't gone anywhere.
Correct.
And because you reached out to him, not about this, but just tried to engage with him, it gave him an opportunity to bring it up again. Knows your responsiveness for the short time frame that value, so thank you.
Correct.
For
Absolutely.
looking out for our business.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments?
Mayor, thank you. I did have one other question. I in looking over the plan review requirements, in part of the documents that were given, it said there was an estimated finish date of February 1st, 2025. But this project, had this started already, or it's on, I've got it here on page 71. It's one of the scanned documents. Welcome to look at mine if you'd like to.
Yes, please.
Again, just curious, just trying to find out what's going on.
This looks like,
City of Albion application.
yes,
File.
zoning permit application.
Okay, so that's,
So, yes, this is the zoning permit. That's what that's, their zoning permit.
okay. So alright,
I'm not sure why. it's
Estimated finish date.
it.
okay,
I'm not sure, but they're anticipating June timeframe to be done with their building. I apologize for that.
okay, that's okay.
Sure.
Any other questions or comments? All right, well, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Next, we're gonna be asked to approve resolution 2026-07 to allow our Arts Commission to apply for a grant. So we have that information in the packet. Do we have any questions on this item? Okay. Next, we'll be asked to approve resolution 2026-08.
It's just a special.
Sorry. Then we can go skip that one. Next is approving the application for Jay Loomis to the Board of Review. Any questions or comments on that item? Approval of the City Hall hours of operation change. We have information in your packets on the study that has been conducted along with the proposed hours of operation. Do we have questions or comments on this?
I just would like to say that thank you for following up because the questions that we asked originally are answered here, so thank you.
Compliments to Eric Sullivan for this heavy lift and the majority of research on this.
Eric, did you wanna give us some information? Maybe on how the staff feels about this and the process you all took to get us to this point?
Yeah, so what we did is, you asked us to do a, kind of a study to find out, well, what happens at City Hall. And we decided to, measure the number of people that came in. We didn't get them all, because we're busy working and then we're like, oh, I forgot to check that person off or whatever. But, so we didn't get them all, but we got as many as we could, during that time frame. And we looked at both visitors to the city of Albion as well as, the visitors to City Hall, I should say, as well as those people that called in and we had to talk to them over the phone. So that you had both pictures there of both sections. And so as far as the staff is concerned, from our members within the union, I can speak to them directly. We have 100% approval from our members that they're interested in proceeding with this. In fact, we had a unanimous vote on it, and so far, I haven't heard anything from any of our members saying that they felt otherwise since the time that we voted on it. We'll work with the city manager to make sure that that works out for the public and the members, and we hope and ask for your support in making this change. We think it will be a great opportunity for our residents. We think it would be a great opportunity for the city of Albion. And it really gives those people that are working that 8 to 5 job an opportunity to maybe sit and talk with us before hours and after 5 o'clock as well. So I really think it's gonna be a game changer. So.
Councilor,
Thank you. So you and I actually spoke about this, and I wanted to say that from my perspective, I wasn't sure how people would feel about it, and I was able to talk to about 30 people in my precinct and a couple outside, and not one person was concerned about it. So they all understood the idea that it improves potential for retention as well as attraction of new employees.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. If you've all read the memo that we created, we outlined several things we thought would be benefits to the city. One being the retention and recruitment of potential staff. A lot of other cities are looking at it. The county has already done it. City of Springfield already does it, which is very comparable to the city of Albion, both in demographics as well as in economics. So nation. Right.
yeah, do, cause I know you said, made reference to the union members.
Mhm.
How many non-union members do we have working in City Hall?
So most of the non-union members would be management. So I would have to defer to Doug on that. As far as,
Probably 5, 6
So those are all department heads.
department heads, myself. And department heads, some of the supervisory employees.
In the sense of being able to operate without having any disruption in services because of this, like with the department heads still coming on Fridays, but they not coming on Fridays, I guess I'm trying to get that sense.
Well, the wonderful thing about working here is that the department heads have this uncanny sense of loyalty. They will do whatever they have to do to get the job done. It's no different than when the department head is called in on weekends. The workload is then shifted to Saturday or Sunday. On days off, it's not uncommon for a department head to be here on a Saturday, Sunday, or even a holiday. So the idea is that we're trying to find a balance of workload and lifestyle, and at the same time accommodate the public for those people who get out of work at 5 o'clock but can't get here to pay their bills. So that was one of the main advantages, was trying to accommodate the public. And working, but as far as department heads, the manager, we're not measured in hours, we're measured in the work that we perform. So they'll have to put in the hours to get the job done.
I just wondered, like, if the department heads are here, but their staff isn't here, are they gonna be able to still function in the same capacity?
Well, as you know, we live in an electronic world where a lot of our business is done through email. And so, I came in for a couple hours yesterday, just because I knew I had Friday off, I had to catch up on some email. So it really, that sometimes that quiet time makes a big difference.
Oh, I get that, yeah,
Yeah,
but I just wanna make sure, like, if you didn't have your support staff here who might have that information, are you citing because they're not on the clock?
no, but we do have, access to telephone, and as Jason or Aaron will tell you, I'm not bashful about calling when I need to.
But they're not on the clock. But the department head is,
You're
sorry,
you know, when you're salaried, it's just like city manager. You're a city manager 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you just don't stop being a city manager when you go home. So anytime that there is an event, a water main break or a crisis or a storm, it is expected that you're called to duty. And with all salaried employees, Aaron, Jason, snowstorms, crime, we have to make ourselves available in the service of this city.
and I get that,
Okay,
and I don't know if you're kind of getting what I'm asking, is like, you're here, let's say Jason. I'm not sure if Lindsay's union or not, but
No, she's not.
if you had somebody who was in the union and were not here. I just wonder how, if that is gonna have an impact, like. And it's just, I'm just trying to cover all bases. I'm not trying to be.
we have union employees work over without supervision here. So we have dedicated staff and, especially in the finance department, when we have report deadlines that we have to get to the state. Sometimes they know that they have to meet those deadlines, and so they work over, so basically, yeah.
So Public Works has been on a 10-hour, 4-day work week for most of all of 2025. So taking Fridays off is supposed to happen, but this never stops. And it's the same with Lindsay, it's the same with Mike, Ted, Ken, same thing. Mike and I were both here yesterday. Meeting with Albion Electric, going over some issues we had at the street department. And then I had a meeting with Mickey and another engineer about a sewer lining project at the street department. Mike and I both did. So 10-hour work days are great for the staff. Management doesn't stop.
Yes.
So, and we've got a good management team. It is what it is. So we just make ourselves available and get the job done. I get more done when nobody else is around me. So 5 o'clock in the morning when I get up, just naturally, till about 7 o'clock in the morning, I can pound stuff out like crazy. But as soon as this phone starts ringing, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So
So I guess then on Friday, then front doors will be locked and. If you all are here, you hear that public just won't come in, correct?
or if we let them in or we meet with them, that's how I normally do it.
We've made appointments on days off. That, because they don't have any other time to access us, so we have to meet with the public.
I'm just trying to kind of think of all aspects so that we're not.
I think one of the things that we have to do is. While it's worked in other cities, every city is unique. I think what we wanna do is keep an open mind that if it doesn't work, we might have to revert back. I think we should always keep that flexibility, but our job here is to accommodate the public, and I think. Giving the public a little bit more access to us after a traditional 5 o'clock hour is a good thing.
Do we have any questions or comments for our city manager or Mr. Tobin? Who's been gracious to come, what's this one?
Just a quick one, somebody asked me, who was that talking about this? How many employees do we have?
So we have 8 in the union. Well, we're supposed to have 8.
How many overall for this?
Oh, overall, in the union, I can't tell you, but we have 58 employees.
So, Eric, will this just be for union folks or for everyone?
So as Jason pointed out, most of his staff are already on a 410s. With the exception of, and correct me if I'm wrong, the public utilities, the water and sewer, correct. So streets, cemetery, parks, all of them are on 410s already. There's other aspects of the city that are, as we discussed the last time, Safe Built, their offices is closed on Fridays, so to the public, so the public can't contact Safe Built and ask them about it. And now I don't know if that's gonna change if you guys decide to go with a different contractor or whatnot, but.
Well, we'll be
That's what it is.
entering into negotiations, will be, or RFP for inspection services, so.
Yeah, so Jill, and I don't mean to pick on you, but you're not here on Fridays, so is and I don't know how you plan to structure the clerk's department moving forward, but there's nobody here for the clerk's department right now on Friday. So,
Oh, I won't be.
yeah, she has email and people do get a hold of her, so, and I have had her answer when she's not here, so I was very shocked.
Mayor for Temperance.
The question that Jim was asking is, what's the total number of employees for the city? Regardless of the union, non-union, how many employees do we have?
58. I knew it was somewhere there, I just didn't know the total. But I knew how many we had, so. But yeah, following up on what Councilman Stewart said earlier. I thought, to be honest with you, when we did the summer hours, that we were gonna have a lot of backlash, and we didn't. I was very shocked to see that most people got used to it and comfortable with it. And I had several people ask me afterwards, oh, I thought you guys were on this Fridays done by noon thing, so I didn't come in on it. So after summer hours was over, and we switched back to regular hours, we had several people comment that way. So making it 1 hour, the same hours all year long, it would be very also beneficial so that people weren't confused by the changes that we might have, so.
Well, thank you for
Thank
that
you.
information, it's helpful, yeah. Okay, next we are going to be asked to approve of the IT services with Rapids River Technology. Jason, will you give us them on there?
Yes, good evening, council. Currently, we have services through VC3. They bought out IT Right. IT Right was a local Michigan company that we have for years. Since we were switched over to VC3, it has not been the best service, and it takes a long time to get anything done. We are running on a lot of archaic systems. Our computers are old. We still have several computers that are running on Windows 10 that we need to upgrade. We've been doing it ourselves. But just to get simple things done, it is a task, and it shouldn't be. We had met with a lot of different companies, several different companies. We feel that Rapid River, they're out of Grand Rapids. We feel that that's going to be the best fit for us. They've come down, looked through our equipment, looked through our needs and everything, and it's not that much more money than what we're paying for now. We're paying about $42,000 is what we paid last year. We're looking at about 47 and some change to switch to Rapid River. And the first place we're going to start is the finance department and getting them 100% squared away. So I've met with them. We gave them a test run. Payroll clerk's computer needed to be upgraded. I started with VC3 and it wasn't happening. And this was a person that cannot be without a computer. Called Rapid River, they logged in, took care of everything, worked with her both on, even logged in on a Saturday to make sure they got everything going. 9 days later, I got a return email from BC3 asking if I still needed them to work on this computer after it had already been taken care of by Rapid River. That was a wrap for us. We're convinced. So did a great job. He's very attentive to our needs. The staff has dealt with him for county and very pleased. So
Has the contract with BC3 expired?
we actually don't have them
Oh,
with them. We actually, the contract's still with IT Right that expired a year or 2 years ago. So we're just paying like a yearly fee to have them. That fee is now, they've sent us a bill for 2026, and this is the time where we need to switch over.
okay. City manager, are you gonna ask this?
No, I just concur with everything that Mr. Clary has addressed. We, in the number of cities that I worked for over IT Right did a really good job of servicing us in most municipalities. But once EC3, it could be that maybe they've grown so large, our service has diminished. And in the world of electronic business, we can't wait even time and have machines fold up. We can't have people sitting idle at their machines waiting for software to be upgraded. So this is one of these items that it's a tool. We use our electronic systems to service our citizens. There is no waiting. We have to take action, and that's what we did.
Any questions? Councilman Ross?
Thank you, Mayor. Director Kern, so am I to understand correctly that we are going to switch our entire infrastructure for IT to this company? That
Correct.
idea, but they're going to first, I guess, invest any upgrades to the finance department?
They're gonna start with the finance department. The original plan was like the original proposal was like $80,000. And there's no way we could do $80,000 right off the bat.
And that was for everything all.
That was to do with the entire city.
Okay.
Just start and just upgrade, start working on that. And so we worked with them and said, look, we cannot do that. We're paying 42,000 now. We can't just do an $80,000 hit. Let's start with our most crucial area. Let's start with the finance department and start working on it. So they'll start slowly transitioning all of our licenses over from Microsoft. We own our Office 365 licenses. We don't go through a vendor, which is great. That gives us the ability to do what we need to do and not be dictated by someone else's terms, which is great. We also need to get rid of that server that we have and go to a SharePoint system. And so that's the things that they're gonna work on doing.
Okay, thank you. So with this amount,
Sorry, due to the time and we got a lot for public comment, we'll be able to follow more questions. Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry about that. So given the time, I do want to open it up for public comment. Does anybody in the gallery that'd like to stand and address council, you may do so. Just leave your name and address. Seeing no movement, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned 6:58 p.m. Be back in 2 minutes. Exactly.